all had a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. I wish you all, of course, an amazing, overly amazingly healthy, abundant, and joyful 2020. I come by tonight to record this video for you on Christmas night to give you all an update and let you know about the very powerful new moon cycle that starts December 26th, which is also an eclipse, taking us into this 6-month cycle that's going to be very, very intense and very, very powerful. I'm looking forward to telling you about the predictions coming up in January. I will be doing my predictions on New Year's Day, as I do every year. Now that I'm on the West Coast, in this beautiful space in Sedona, Arizona, it's going to be a little bit time difference from my people on the East Coast. But people on the West Coast, it'll be a little bit more on your time zone for once. And then people out of country, hopefully it'll adjust with your time schedules as well as I go live here on YouTube on New Year's Day. December 12th, 12/12, in the numerology 12 year, which adds up to a 3, and you add that all together, we got the triple threes. And on the East Coast at 12:12 a.m., we had that amazing, powerful full moon cycle. And it was intense. And anybody that follows me on social media, follows my newsletters and so forth, you'll know how powerful. When I talk about these cycles, we go through 3 of them a year. There's 8-week cycles. We're in it for 8 weeks, out of it for 8 weeks, in it for 8 weeks, out of it for 8 weeks. We go through, as far as the way I categorize it, major rebirth new moon cycles that happen 3 times a year. The first new moon after we come out of one of those big energy shifts. We came out of that big energy shift on December 7th. But then on December 12th, and 12/12/12, at 12/12, with all those 3s, we went into that very, very intense, very extremely rare, once-in-a-lifetime full moon cycles. It's been intense. I've been totally unplugged from media, from television, all that for over a year, over a year actually. So I have no idea other than what other people tell me as far as what's going on in the world. Let me tell you about the new moon cycle first. I'll tell you a little bit about the world. The world is going to actually get slung into, especially the United States, complete chaos in 2020. It's going to be intense. 2020 is a big, big year. I look forward to doing my predictions every year. I feel honored. It's like my 14th annual, I believe, doing it live. It's our 3rd annual on YouTube, as long as they don't block me like they did 2 years ago. But the new moon cycle, this is it, folks, December 26th. It's powerful. It's extremely powerful. This is a time period for you, especially we're at the end of the new year, where technically in the ancient traditions on December 22nd, we entered into the first light of the solstice sun, which in the solar calendar is considered New Year's. And so we're in that on the 22nd. We're now 4 days after. We're going into the new moon cycle. This is powerful, folks. This is a powerful cycle for you to manifest things, to make things happen. Start by writing down what it is that you know in your heart that the universe is going to bless you with. Spirit told me you don't ask for things, you don't pray for things. You just know deeply in your heart that it's already waiting for you right there in the future. And then today, you start giving gratitude and excitement for those things. That's how we manifest. Praying, asking for things, we can do that all we want. Sometimes we luck out, sometimes we get it. Most of the time we don't. But when you know in your heart and you live in love and you focus on that love, you are able to manifest things. I'm sitting in this fantastic house that I'm still trying to pinch myself like I can't even believe this has actually happened. I do, but I don't. There's the conscious part of you that's like, wow, am I really here? Did I really make this happen? Did I really manifest this? Then there's the other part, the conscious part, yeah. And then there's the subconscious part of course I did. I worked really hard on manifesting a move across country to Sedona, Arizona. Only on a whim from my spirit guides 5 years ago that told me I needed to move here to reach my fullest potential and to fulfill the journey that I came to this earth to do. We all have choices. We all have every day free will that we don't always have to follow each direction that is put out in front of us every morning when you wake up. Every morning when you wake up in that first sunrise, we have an opportunity to shift things in a completely different direction. But we don't listen to our intuition. We don't listen to those things. And that's another thing I'm very, very excited that I'll be launching in about a week or so. my first mentoring program to help you to connect with your guides, angels, and allies. Going back to this new moon cycle and what's happening on the earth, especially in the United States, but everywhere. I mean, there's chaos on the planet. It's actually pretty sickening. What's happening in the United States is pretty sickening, and it's going to go into complete chaos, and it's just to watch these people fight. You know, the Republicans, the Democrats, the left, the right, the middle, whatever. Like, doesn't matter whether you're on the right or on your left. Doesn't matter whether you're Republican or you're Democrat, because it's all connected to the same thing, the darkness that controls this planet. And it's time for that to be wiped out. We're already in that process, but you see that darkness trying really hard to fight this, because all the prophecies, Edgar Cayce, the Hopi, the Lakota, the book of Revelation, all of it has been coming true for quite some time now. And it kicked into high gear on December 22nd, 2012, when we entered into that cycle of the Aquarian age after a 3,200-year cycle of the Pisces age. If you know the symbol of the Aquarius, it's the goddess holding two containers in her hand. She has a dark container up here, a light-colored container down here. She's pouring the dark container down into the light container. She's pouring the dark masculine energy down into the feminine light energy to bring balance back to the planet Earth. In order to bring that balance back to the planet Earth, the darkness isn't going to want to give up this control that it's had on us, putting us into this modern day state of enslavement. And that's where we're at. I don't know anybody. Are you happy with your monetary system? And even those that are, they're not happy with their lives or where they are. We're not living in community the way we used to live in community. Our ancestors lived in community. People don't know what family is as far as sitting at your dinner table every night. When I was a kid, 5 o'clock every night, dinner at the dinner table with your family. That doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't. It's rare when it does. So this new moon cycle that we're in is all about rebirth. It's all about things coming open until we go into that first big shift of 2020, which I believe happens at some point in early February. I haven't looked at the dates, but it starts in February. I know it starts in February. It starts in the zodiac sign of Pisces, so Pisces get hit every time. All y'all, this past year, the intense, we get 3 months out of the year that are super intense periods. And the super intense period happens when we're in that retrograde cycle and we go into the full moon cycle, and then we go into that 12 to 14 day, depending on the cycle, of super duper intense period. We had that in November. I know a lot of you felt it, especially you Scorpios out there. Prior to that, Cancer got hit. We got hit really big in July. And then prior to that, Aries got hit the hardest. I think, no, Aries didn't get hit the hardest. No. Yeah, Pisces, I'm sorry. Pisces got hit. And then into Aries. This year, it's going to be a little bit sooner. So Pisces will get hit, but Capricorn will get hit. But forget about being hit. Follow me. Mainly on Facebook, my newsletter that I put out, and I have a lot that I have planned coming up for YouTube and my videos for the coming year. I have a lot going on. Again, I just moved across country, 2,300 miles to Sedona, Arizona, all on a whim that my spirit guides told me I needed to move here. That's how much I trust in my heart and soul everything that my guides tell me to do. To the point where I didn't realize until I sold my house, which I did in 5 days. 5 days. And it's a long story. You'll read it in my autobiography, but the real estate agent's like, you have to have this, this has to sell quick. I'm like, man, with all due respect, my house will sell very quickly. 5 days. 5 days. The negative aspect, I had to be out 60 days sooner than I realized, than I actually planned ahead of time. I've been planning this trip in my mind to Sedona, Arizona, to live here for a while. What I didn't realize is there was a housing shortage here, total housing shortage. I was blessed with this amazing, beautiful home that I'm sitting in for a short term, but I'm here. That's all that matters to me, that I'm here. I manifested it. I'm living in this most amazing house in this most beautiful place in the United States, as far as I'm concerned. I noticed, too, that a lot of people, especially in the medical community, friends of mine, are here, or they're moving here, or they're relocating here because of what we're going to create in the future. Takes me back to this new moon cycle. This new moon cycle is very powerful for all of us in making things happen and manifesting things. Write down on a piece of paper those things that you know the universe is going to bless you with, and then you can also write on a separate paper goals and things that you wish to accomplish. And light a candle, white candle, depending on what you're manifesting. You know, if you wanted to manifest things around business and finances, green is good for that. If it was healing, blue, to bring healing into your life. But you also might want to wait till the full moon. We just had that full moon that just passed. That's all about getting rid of and letting go of and clearing things. But we're in that last cycle of the year, the new moon, which is December 26th, that takes us right into the new year. There's no better alignment. We just had the solstice on the 22nd, the winter solstice, the Yuletide, which is all about, again, new beginnings. It's all about the new year. Then we go right into Christmas, and now we're in this new moon cycle right before we go into the end of the year from 2019 to 2020. You are going to see major things come to light over the next 2 weeks. I wouldn't doubt at all, especially in the United States, that you see some false flag kind of events that go on. Like, you know, blowing something up, sadly, destroying something, you know, anything that they can to screw up the election. I don't get into politics. Just to make that clear, I have no choice in political parties. I don't support politics at all because it's all pretty much rigged. But if you really think about it and you see what's going on and you see how they are from the day that that president stepped into that, not even before he even stepped into that White House, they've been trying to take him out. And if you watch the media, you have to remember the media is ran by the darkness that controls the planet, the elite, the globalists, whatever you want to refer to them as. And they are pissed. They are pissed because their whole agenda of destroying the United States of America, because that's the last thing that they have to destroy before taking full control and bringing in their new world order. And one global government, one global currency, one global religion. We'll talk about that on New Year's Day and in my predictions. But there's a lot that's going to happen. So I hope that you will all tune in for that. But more than anything, I really hope that you take advantage of this new moon cycle. It's going to be freaking awesome. It's awesome to make stuff happen. So really, I will be here. I'm doing this, this is Christmas evening. You'll all see this on December 26th for that new moon cycle. Take advantage of it, folks. Do your own little thing. Do your own little ceremony, whatever that may be for you. Me, my ceremony consists of a lot. I do a lot of ancient practices with my ceremony, but I'll have my candles lit. I'll be calling in the archangels. I'll be creating sacred space, and I will be creating something amazing for myself and putting positive out to our planet, because we all need to focus on that. Instead of fighting and arguing over this politician or that politician or this or that and all, people are very plugged into the darkness. And the darkness is negativity in all aspects. People that use the word hate, my mama used to say all the time, hate's a strong word. And I never really understood that until I got older, and then I learned about the power of words and the power of love, and how it's been scientifically proven that the word love and positive words, even negative, shift the molecules within water. You can look that up. Look up the Love Water Guide, Dr. Emoto Masaru. It's been proven. And then again, those that like to fight everything and argue everything will say, oh, well, that's pseudoscience. No, that's been proven, actually. It's been proven the positive and negative words shift everything, especially water. Your body is, 90% water? So when you say negative things, it affects your body. I tell my water all the time that I love it before I drink it, along with everything else in my life, and focusing on the blessings and the miracles that have happened to me. I can't believe that I'm sitting here in Sedona, Arizona. I can't believe that I'm in this fabulous house. There's a housing shortage in this city, town, whatever you want to call it. It's small because it's so popular, and tourists outnumber residents 3-1. So to make this happen has been a blessing. And I received that blessing from positive affirmations, from focusing on the law of attraction and the amazing, beautiful people who have come into my life, and clearing out all the negative people that, well, not negative people, let me rephrase that, the people that no longer served my higher purpose. Because we all have negative things, we all have different things, we all have issues to work on. That's the problem, too. We all have our own shit, so to speak. Thing is nobody wants to work on their own shit. They all want to work on pointing out everybody else's shit, and that person and that person and that negativity and that negativity. Focus on yourselves, folks. This is the new moon. This is a time of a new you. We're going into 2020. We're going into a 4-year. It's powerful. There's not much time left. If you follow my predictions and you go back to my predictions, you will know that I've talked about dates. I gave you time periods, which is funny. I told you about 2025, and then literally 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks after that, there were others online talking about that time period. And I'm not even going to go there. Like, hey, if they get it from me, I don't care. As long as they're spreading the word and spreading the love and getting the information out there. I noticed just for myself that a lot of people on the East Coast are moving off the East Coast, especially those closer to the oceans. You have to not worry about what's going to happen come 2025. Actually, 2023 is going to be even more in the United States, really the shit hitting the fan. But it's hitting the fan now. I mean, we're going into it. We're going into that 4-year. This cycle starting January 1st, 2017, I told you about it in my predictions, that it was the beginning of the awakening of Mother Earth, a powerful time. And she has not been awakened, and the goddess feminine energy being unleashed on Mother Earth, which again has been over 3,000 years, and this all took place when I thought it all started back in 2012, December 22nd, when we entered into the Aquarian age. But in my meditation in 2016, I was told January 1st, 2017 would be the awakening of Mother Earth, which was also a 1-year in numerology. New beginnings, new starts, new creations. We go 1 through 9 cycle. I learned all that from my amazing friend, Allison Bauman, who's the amazing numerologist. And anything I talk about with numbers, I've learned from her and from having her on my radio show for years, even to a point of being on my radio show once a month. She's amazing. But all of us in my spiritual circle, our work is going in a different direction. I was told that years ago that psychic mediumship isn't what I was going to be doing in the future. I'm like, what do you mean? That's not what I've been doing. This year actually marks off 30 years of working as a medium and as a psychic on a professional level with like clients. Whereas I started reading in general when I was in my teen years. So it's been, 35 years, something like that. This is my 30-year anniversary of doing readings and doing this work. And it's been a blessing. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I'm 49 going into my 50th year. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of technically in my 50th year. And I'll turn 50 on my birthday next year. And what we're creating and what we're building and what's going to be happening here in Sedona, Arizona, it's quite amazing, actually. It's another thing I have to pinch myself because it's really sometimes hard to believe. But following my path and listening to spirit, being guided, and that's what I want to be able to teach all of you, with guiding you with spirit, because we all have relationships. I actually asked somebody recently if they had a relationship with their guides, or I've asked actually a lot of people this, and they're like, no. I'm like, that's to me the most important thing in my life is my relationship with my spirit, with spirit, team spirit as I call them, team spirit, go. I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be living this dream and living it in a way that just doesn't even, on the conscious level, look possible to me. But I'm here, so I know it's possible. And I know everything's going to work out. And tomorrow, today, whatever, is the new moon. And it's a time for all of us to manifest our dreams, not to worry about what's going to happen on the planet and feed into that darkness. Instead, build your relationship with your guides, angels, and allies, because with that, you'll be guided and be where you need to be when things happen. The earth is shifting. It's been shifting for a while. It started in 2012. The Mayans talked about it. But it's going to get to a point where this earth is going to go haywire. I mean, like, very quickly, overnight. That's why you have to work on your spiritual self, work with the phases of the moon, take advantage of these cycles, because these cycles are what help us to do what we need to do. I cleared so much, especially the past 3 years out of my life. And all the things that exited or cleared my life, physically, energetically, emotionally, all happened during the energy shifts. And the next one coming up, the month of March, will be super intense. It'll start in February. Again, follow me, keep an eye on. I will be doing lots of videos. I will be totally like got a lot going on. You know, again, I just moved across country. I have a whole thing to relaunch. That's part of what I'm going to be focused on today. Relaunching and focusing on putting that out to the spirit, using the benefits of this new moon eclipse cycle the last one of 2019 before we go into 2020 and the next full moon. And you're going to see on the full moon in January, when that day comes in, and thereafter, some crazy stuff's going to happen on the planet. Crazy stuff. We'll talk about that on New Year's Day. But I felt it was important to get out there, let you all know what was going on. I've been getting tons of messages, can't keep up. You know, I'm cross country. My assistant that I have, I don't have right now. I have to financially stay focused and, watch my own spending at the moment just to, be sure, because we all have to be sure, and get ready to launch things and launch my life and business to a whole nother realm. Because I'm looking forward to teaching, I'm looking forward to doing retreats out here that I really hope that many of you come to join me for these retreats, because I'm telling you, Sedona, Arizona does something to people. I actually ran into tourists on Bell Rock here, 2 cute Asian girls, and they were lost, and I helped guide them back to the parking lot, and this was back in Labor Day weekend. And I was talking to them, have you been here before? And they were like, yeah, we were here, last year or whatever. I said, did you notice as soon as you got home, your whole entire life shifted drastically in a good way? And they both looked at each other and their mouth dropped, and the one girl says, oh my God, it did. How'd you know? I'm like, I don't know. Sedona does that to you. You don't have to live here. All you got to do is come here. Come here. Be a part of this. There's many magical places on the planet. As far as I'm concerned, I am in the most magical place ever. And we are on the new moon cycle. And I wanted to tell you about this new moon because I want you all to take advantage of it. I want you all to know about the predictions. I'll be doing them. I haven't got that out there. I haven't gotten that information out. Literally, this move was not easy. Driving across country with my dog was not easy. I got here on Halloween night. At 9:22 p.m., I pulled in my driveway of this home. And that's my birthday, 9/22. And 22 is just a big thing to me. It was just really important. Halloween is like my favorite time of all times. It's the most precious holiday to me because that's when we celebrate our ancestors and loved ones in spirit. So it just all made sense. Like I hear and I look at the clock, I'm like, oh my God, it's 9:22, my birthday on Halloween night. Oh my God, like hello, this is a blessing in disguise. But it wasn't in a disguise though because I knew it was coming. It's just sometimes it's hard to grip. And that's where we have to fight the conscious darkness that we're surrounded by. That's why I tell people, don't watch the news. I don't know what's going on. People are like, you don't know what? I don't care. I don't want to plug into that. I get the information from Spirit, and I already just started getting information about predictions because I'm going to do them this year the way actually kind of technically next year, the same way I did them last year. Usually, I go through meditation and ceremony and prayer, which I do. I still will. I record what I get through meditation. And then I take that recording and I translate it into writing and then I put it out to everybody. Last year was so intense and so much going on in my life. So many people that follow me and want me to get my predictions out there because of their accuracy. I couldn't prepare. I didn't have time to do all that. And then a life coach friend said, why don't you let everybody see you do it the way you do it? And that was kind of the truth. I did. This year, maybe will do it exactly like that, in the ceremonial circle. I didn't do it exactly like that last year, but I did it in trance meditation and told you all. People keep asking me, where's your written predictions from last year? I don't have any.